Thank you all for coming. We've had great feedback from our other summits, and people always come away with a few good tips. And we hope that you've already got some. I am a former newscaster of 17 years at NBC Connecticut. I also worked in Manhattan and Savannah, Georgia, and North Carolina. I'm from Old Saybrook originally. I live in Mystic and I have a 10-year-old daughter. So I met Karen. I hired her to help me with my website through a contact, and I saw how awesome she was, and we paired up. And I am going to teach you about videos. So how many of you guys have done a Facebook Live before? Good, that's great. Okay, so you're on your way, that's good. For those of you who think I could never do that, it's totally outside of my comfort zone. I'm here to show you how easy it can be and how it can help your business. Any questions? Just like Karen, feel free to raise your hand. All right, so first a little bit of facts. So Karen, you may not like Twitter, but you're great on Twitter. You always retweet great things. This is from Inc. Search Engine Journal did an entire study on live video using its own 178% higher engagement live streaming on Facebook videos. And like Karen said, instead of sending a link from YouTube or Vimeo, put it right on Facebook. Facebook wants you to use Facebook. And if you use Facebook, you get rewarded and it goes higher to the top of people's feeds. So I'll show you as we go. This again is from that same article. Conducted a survey, 82% of customers prefer brands using live video over other media and their social. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Live video, slowly but surely altering the way businesses interact with customers. Click of a button, they can look at a product, view a demonstration, like Karen said, demonstrate something. Just do something, do it live, it's compelling, people want to watch it. I'm sorry if I turn my back on you guys, I'll stay over here. Viewers spend longer on live streams compared to regular video. Video's great, and I highly encourage video. I know Pat and you guys produce videos, but live, it takes it to another notch, and your business will see the results if you just step outside of your comfort zone. Okay, so I do coaching as well for Facebook Lives. So sometimes businesses will hire me to do Facebook Live interviews. It's like a business profile, where I stand there and I interview you. About your business, about yourself. Like Karen said, show a little bit about yourself. She posts pictures of her hiking with her dogs, of her exchange student, her daughter. You know, jump outside your comfort zone and let people know who you are, because people buy from people. Yes, they're online and they're shopping, but things like insurance, you know, they're buying from people, their video, their benefits, they're people. So I like body language standing myself. I do a lot of my Facebook Live standing. This is Karen's client Dennis. We did a Facebook Live, and I kid Dennis that he's my poster boy for manly body language, because I like the way he loves that compliment. I like the way he's positioned. He looks confident, he looks strong. I tell people, you know, stand up straight before we do it and smile. You want to be likable. So anyways, there's my poster boy, doing very well. Sitting is good too. You saw Karen was great at her desk with that video, very natural, being interviewed. That was all, I think, impromptu, and it came out to be a great video. Whatever you're comfortable with, just, you know, choose one you feel comfortable with. I will say standing, some news stations are going to standing news sets. So standing in TV news is considered to be a position of power. So consider that when you're thinking about doing your Facebook Lives. Use your hands. People might think, where do I put my hands? Do I sit right here? Am I looking okay? No, be natural, be yourself, be a person. Using your hands is good. When consultants would come in for TV news and they would teach us how to sit, and it'd be so uncomfortable, they make you watch tape of yourself and then they pause it and you know, oh, something I did wrong. It was, they wanted you to use your hands more. Using your hands more is good. So don't think that you have to hold them by your side. That's how people talk. Convey friendly confidence. Be confident, approachable, and likable. People still like buying from people. So like I said, smiling is the best thing you can do. You know, when I was in news and I'd report fires and deaths, I couldn't smile. But in business, you can smile all day long, and people like you, and they respond. It's warm, it's approachable. And it's, even if you have to write yourself a note, smile more, smile more. Video quality will make you stand out. So you can do a Facebook Live or a video right at your desk, whether you're using a webcam, your laptop cam, whatever it is. Add a little bit, add a light, add a microphone, just to take your quality up to the next level and to make you stand out from just a phone video. And by camera, I mean your phone, because that's what we use for our phones, for our cameras. So when I do, and I'm going to do a Facebook Live after this, a real quick one, and you guys can all go to my page and watch it, and I'll talk with Karen about it, and I'll show you how easy it is. Here's the basics that I have. I got this stand right over there for $25.99. It goes up and down, or I can put it either way, and it holds a phone. Amazon or B&H Photo, you can easily find equipment. And you can just Google phone stands if you want, or things like that. But these are basic pieces of equipment that are easy to find. Here, I'll show you if you're writing that down again. KUFOX. And I really like it. And I bang that thing all over, take it in and out, and it's been indestructible for almost a year. Amazon, B&H Photo is really good. So here's lighting. You can do big or you can do small, just depending on. This little selfie light, have you guys seen the little ring lights you put on your phone and you could do your phone right in front of you? Those little lights are pretty good. They have 3 settings, like low, medium, and high, and for just right in front of your camera, a little ring light is great. My hairdresser just got one, and she does a lot of Instagram posting, and she cannot say enough good things about her little selfie light. This light is broadcast quality. That's what I have over there, and that's what a friend of mine is a photographer at ABC News, and he said that is the gold standard for lighting like Diane Sawyer and Barbara Walters. So I went out and got it the next day. I'm like, that's what I want. And I actually have had that for 4 years now. It's on the first light bulb, and that's a softbox, which you know about. It's not the new LED lights that have batteries and don't plug in. Softbox is kind of old school, but I like it because it's soft and it's a yellow light, and you'll see that. Whatever you're comfortable with, basically, for lighting. So this, I want to show you a couple different ideas. This, I thought this was pretty cool. This is a clamp. So she is at her kitchen counter. She's got one clamp, one has a light on it, one has her phone on it. So it's one piece of equipment. That's from Socialite Lighting. I'm not endorsed by them or anything, but I just found that they have a lot of neat products that are good hacks for putting up a light and a phone. So even in your kitchen standing is a good place to do Facebook Lives. Whether you're talking about business or whatever, you're comfortable, it's a nice setting. People are comfortable standing in their kitchens. You can put your phone right on the counter in front of you or on a stand. So that clamp is $29. This is another nice idea if you do Facebook Live on your iPad. So a lot of TV news people do Facebook Lives on their iPads because they can see the comments bigger than on a phone. So they want to, it's nice to acknowledge when people are on or they're watching or they say hi and you say hi back. So for an iPad, that won't hold it, so you need a different kind of stand. So I found this was a desktop tripod for an iPad. So that's another option if you want to put that on your kitchen counter or on your desk to do a Facebook Live. That's just kind of a nice, easy thing. Microphones. $12.99 I paid. So I have examples of these here, lavalier microphones. You can play with wireless microphones. Again, like old school, I like hardwire because it's more dependable. Like all of a sudden you're here and you're going to do a program and there's like a frequency issue and your microphone isn't working. Nothing beats a hardwire. So basically, this is the microphone that I have. These have lasted me $12.99, and I'll show you more. And that's Pop Voice. Newer smartphones that don't have the plug-in on the bottom, they just have the one. There's an adapter you can get. My adapter's in my purse, I'll show it to you. But you get an adapter, so if you still want to use these with this plug. There's another kind of microphone that plugs right in. This was $80. I don't like the quality in this as much as I like this setup, personally. So this is the adapter. I got this at my Verizon store. It wasn't cheap, but see, then I plugged the microphone. Sorry guys, hold on. All right, so then I plugged the microphone into there. See that? That gives it to me. That goes into my phone, this goes into there. That's extra for charging. I got the more expensive one in case I needed to charge with a client while I was going live. So that adapter is nice for newer iPhones. It's called a dongle. When I am doing Facebook Lives with a client, if there are 2 people talking, I like to use 2 microphones. Sometimes I will put just one on one person if it's all I can do at the time. When I do my Facebook Live interviews or video interviews, I tell the people, we're going to stand uncomfortably close, but on camera it's going to look normal. And some people are like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. Like literally, we're almost touching, we're almost face to face. But on camera, it looks normal, as you guys know with video. So when I want to do 2 microphones, what I do is I use this $21 splitter, Rode, R-O-D-E. So this little splitter, okay, plugs into my adapter, and then I plug 2 microphones into it right here. And it works great for $21. So there, that gives me 2 microphones, which we are going to put on. Yes?
Now, why would you use 2 microphones?
Because if I'm interviewing you, I want us both to be equal sound quality.
Oh, okay.
Even if you're uncomfortably close, like I said, I cheated it with one, but you can still tell. It's like, you know, Pat, it just takes away from the quality.
Got it.
So Lisa,
Yes.
you're talking specifically about using an iPad or an iPhone, not a desktop? Because I have a webcam
Okay.
on my computer.
Yes.
And it picks up great sound and
Then you
great
could probably
video.
get away with that, you know, if the sound is okay. And plus it's in the confined setting of your office,
Right,
you know, so it's not, you know, probably the walls probably have some sound.
right.
Equipment.
Well,
If
it's
that-
designed for webinars and.
Then, yeah, then that's
Things
good.
like that.
If the sound is decent, then fine, but if you see the difference with and without this, you know, on a phone where you're out and about
Right.
more or in an office. Okay, before you get ready to go live, turn off your phone notifications by, and this is to avoid your emails popping up while you're live, because it can affect the quality too, or your text coming through from your mother, or whatever, you know. I've learned all this the hard way, as I tell Karen, by the way, everything, right, Pat? Is that how we learn everything?
Yeah.
Embarrassingly. So, notifications, go to your settings, your notifications, and click on never. And you can go back in and just turn them back on when you're done going live. You'll still get your emails and your texts, but you don't want them popping up while you're live. The people can't see them, but it's just distracting for you and the person you're interviewing. Oh, get on Wi-Fi also. If you can get on Wi-Fi, do that instead of being on your cell service to go Facebook Live. Wi-Fi works better. All right, so before you go live, I usually say, type a few words about what you're going to be talking about. Like, I am here today at the Social Media Summit, talking live, so like here. However, if you're about to go live and you forget to type something and you just start the live process, you can go back in and add those words after and edit your post, edit your Facebook Live, as long as you haven't boosted it yet. So what I say is, if you just go live and you're ready and the person's standing there and you don't have the time to go just do the live and go back in and edit it afterwards. Again, before you boost. Once you boost, and again, I've learned that the hard way, you can't go back in and fix anything. So type a little bit about what you're doing. Flipping your camera around. Have you ever seen a Facebook Live in front of a logo and the logo's backwards in the background, or a video? If you're a professional, you have to know this. You have to know this trick to look professional. And so that's me sitting in front of my desk. See, my logo's backwards. So let's say you're doing it at your business, and you know the logo's right back there, or the sign, any signage, any words at all. You want to look professional and know this tip. So before you start your live video, this is like my camera's kind of ready to go. I haven't hit go yet. This is a magic wand. So you want to do wand, tool, flip. All right? So notice this little wand. You're going to click on that. That wand is getting you to this screen, which is going to show you a little tool thing, a little wrench and tools. You want to click on the tools. I can't even tell you, one girl who does social media for Mystic Seaport, she couldn't believe this tip. This was like her favorite takeaway at her last one. She's like, thank you. And so then, once you do the tools, you'll get this menu. Don't even ask me how I discovered this. It was crazy. And you click this. And once I click that, flip, and my logo's right in back of me. So, yes?
This is blowing me away. So I notice that your face is still on the same side of the screen, but everything else is not.
I don't know.
So-
I just do it.
Seems like there should be more than a magic.
Wait, I changed sides.
Hold on,
I changed, wait, you're right, I changed sides, because look at the bird in back of me. Okay.
Right.
All
I
right.
see the bird, but you still appear to be on the same side, so you switch sides.
I noticed that too.
All right, I'll change these up, okay, sorry.
That is wild.
But see how you do wand, tools, flip. Got that, Pat?
I thought we were broken into time.
I can show you live too, guys, with my phone.
So stop.
Yeah, that's
It
what
creates
I would say.
a mirror.
Yes.
Okay, so after going live, we'll go through more live too. After you go live, you have an option to delete it or share it. If you goofed up, just delete it. The deal with Facebook Live is you may go live and only have 1 or 2 people watching, and you're like, why am I doing this? It's the afterwards, the traction it gets after. If you want to boost it or target it, that's the value in Facebook Live. I tell my customers, you know, I'll throw a $50 boost on, and for like a flower shop, we had 10,000 views of our Facebook Live, and those were targeted views. It was a flower shop in Mystic. We targeted women, decorating, advertising. We knew where that was going, to what ages, to what income, to what education level. So I really use Facebook. I use the boosting as a business tool as opposed to Facebook ads for businesses. But anyway, so that's, if you have to delete it and you don't have a lot of viewers live, don't worry. You know, it takes time, and like that Facebook whale, like Karen showed you, people are on Facebook later in the day. They're gonna see it later, so don't get discouraged. If you have to delete it, do it again, or share. There are apps that you can buy that are compatible with Facebook Live that still allow you to boost. I literally spent like an entire day researching every one of them, and I like an app called BeLive. It's like $12 a month, and it allows you, now here's the downside of BeLive. I can't use it on my phone, so I have to do Facebook Lives on my laptop when I'm using BeLive. But it allows me, look at my logos on the screen, isn't that cool with Facebook? A girl, a businesswoman I know is doing this. I'm like, how's she getting her logo on Facebook Lives? And I can put that up and take it down. And I can put up other messages that I've already put in there and take them down. So I can totally interact with my audience. It looks like a little newscast or a little production, because it is. It's a production. And BeLive, it goes through Facebook, you give it permission, and any picture you want to bring up on the screen, or you can bring in guests. You put them in the waiting room ahead of time. I send you a link, Pat, and you're in my green room. And then when I'm ready to bring you on, I click a button, bring on Pat, and then it's in 4 boxes, 3 boxes. I'm bringing up a picture of a pie I made over the weekend, or a cat, or you could have a lot of fun with it for business and products to be able to show. So this is more about BeLive. They don't pay me, but I just found it, and I thought it was pretty nifty. So BeLive, you can do solo. You could do an interview with another person in another location, or you could do a talk show with up to 4 people at once, and you control it all, bringing them up and taking them down. It's pretty nifty. Action.
Does it have to be live, or can it be?
Has to be live.
Okay.
And there are more expensive packages where you can get even more bells and whistles, but that blew me away.
How are you controlling them, switching?
On the screen.
Okay, so you have to.
You have like,
laptop,
you
or
have like
somebody
a.
there helping you to
Yep.
switch for you.
You have like a little switcher on your computer, and you're seeing the little screen that's live, you're seeing your green room, your pictures that you want to bring up, and the bars where you're putting in the words, like your name or whatever. So yeah, you control it while you're live.
Mhm.
It's pretty neat.
Sounds like you need a producer to put it
You
together.
have to learn it, you have to learn it. But once you do, you're like, oh, there I am, and then it says, invite Pat, put her email in, then Pat gets a link, and sorry, I keep singling you out, Pat, but then she gets a link, she clicks on the link, then all of a sudden her camera turns up to be live, you invite them in, and it's very intuitive the way it works. How should we plan a message and have some talking points? And even if you have to have a little cheat sheet or a note to hang on your tripod right underneath your camera, do it, whatever it takes to make you look better. You know, you want 5 points today, like, here's the great things about this house. It's got attached garage, it's got air conditioning, no flood insurance. You know, put your cheat sheet right there under your phone and look at it occasionally. Always make yourself, whatever it takes to be comfortable, and make yourself feel comfortable. Give a friendly hello, introduce yourself, say who you are, maybe tell a little bit about yourself or where you are. Smile, smile, smile. Be engaging. Again, don't be afraid to move or to use your hands. That's natural human. Look, you guys are all sitting and you're moving and you're readjusting. Don't be afraid to do that. You don't have to just stand there and talk. Welcome people. Also, don't forget to know where your camera is on your phone. I see a lot of people do videos or Facebook Lives, and they're looking at themselves.
Yes.
And it's the natural thing you wanna do, is look yourself in the eye and see where you're looking and all that. I even take a Sharpie or a marker and put a circle around where the camera is on the phone. It'll just take it up a little bit and make you look better, a little more professional.
Quick question.
Sure.
So where it says try to go at least 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
that's really opposite of everything else where.
Video should be
supposed to
short.
Quick.
Facebook Live, they like 10 minutes or more
Really?
for a Facebook Live. If you can talk about it, yeah. And you think about what can I talk about for 10 minutes? That's only like 3 questions, really. Once you've done your intro, explained who you are, then you've done your content, and then maybe you're answering questions from the screen or pre-sent in questions. You also want to do the call to action at the end. You want to leave yourself, 25 seconds to wrap it up. Thank you for being here. Please like and share all my pages. Go to my website. Send them everywhere else.
So the reason behind that is so that
Facebook likes it.
Facebook.
It's the formula they like. And
I think it's because it takes time sometimes for people to hop on,
yeah, yep.
participate, and then it's a more successful video.
It is, and it's fun because people get the notifications you're live and they come on, and you can also, Karen likes the tip of doing a tease earlier in the day saying you're going live,
You can do
which
that.
is a very powerful marketing tool. That I'm going live at 2 p.m. But if you do tease that, you have to be pretty close to the time. You don't want people wasting their time sitting around waiting for you to go live. So just be wary of that if you do tease it. Again, the call to action. Okay, after going live, I talked about boosting. So I'm a big fan of boosting for my clients. I have all these different target audiences saved in my computer, or I'll do it on their computer. So this one I spent, and you don't have to spend a lot, but clients are like, wait, what do I have to spend? Like $500? I'm like, no, $20 or $50, give it a try. What do you have to lose? Here I spent $20 on this one. I was at a nonprofit event and I had some time to kill. So I just did like an update on my business. I talked about the event, where I was, what the nonprofit was that night. I was in the hotel lobby. I have that light on, that stand, this microphone, and see how nice it looks though? The quality of my skin and the makeup, and it's just, people are like, oh, it's so bright, but no, your skin looks so good, it's you like the light and you want it. So, maybe I go a little too far, but just to give you an idea. So this is different videos get different audiences. Like the last one I did had mostly women, which was great. All right, now see this? That's how many people watched on their phones and on their desktops. So that's kind of a snapshot of what the world is coming to. So I'm shocked. I had a live the other day that was 20% on the desktop, and I was shocked. I never see numbers like that. But that's why it's important to have, like Karen said, have your website optimized for phones, because everyone is on their phone. That's just the reality.
What time of day was the one with the 20% on desktop? Was that working hours? People at work maybe?
I don't even recall, I'm sorry, I don't. But it was a boost, so it got regenerated all over. And do you guys know what a boost is? So if you don't like my page, it comes up in your feed. Suddenly you're like, what's this Lisa Carberg communications page? And then I'm in your feed, and even though you don't like my page. Do you have a question?
So what are you boosting if the live thing is over? A replay?
Yes, for more people to see it. For more people, like the flower shop, for more people, she was doing a Valentine's Day special. So I gave it a boost the 5 days leading up to Valentine's Day. Come in, buy flowers, and that's where it is, for people to rewatch, like an ad, or a promotion for my brand or my business. That's where they are. You can see the countries, but you can see it reached quite a few people. It got, in 10-second views, that's a lot, 312. And don't be offended if people only view it for 10 seconds. They viewed it, you're on their mind, you're on their radar. That's another reason I like Twitter, is because as a business, when you follow someone, they know you followed them. You're on their radar all of a sudden, whether it's you're an HR person or a photographer. I get on a lot of people's radar with Twitter, and journalists, Twitter is the new AP wires, by the way. If you want to float news out, tweet it to them or tag them. Twitter's a very, very good tool to garner news attention. All right, so that's kind of what it is. boost, target, and track. So this boost probably ran for how many days? 7 days? And again, I think I targeted 25 to 70. And that's my presentation. So,